Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to my channel, The Daily DIYer. I also want to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. One of my favorite times of year is when Hobby Lobby has their 75% off home decor clearance, mainly because it's basically like going into a thrift store, but you're able to buy brand new things. The prices are so good. Some of the things might be pretty well damaged, not worth buying, but you can weed through all of that and find some really good things at great, amazing prices. I was really fortunate to find a lot of great items, and today I want to show you how we're going to take these inexpensive Hobby Lobby clearance finds and transform them so they'll work great for fall decor. So let's go ahead and jump right into this first project. So I was able to pick up all 6 of these items for only about $24 total, so such a great deal. They had lots of beautiful vases, but this one caught my eye. Just loved how the pattern on it was. It's a pretty large vase and it's pretty sturdy and hefty too. And I paid only $4.99 with it. For fall, we are gonna start by painting this with a copper spray paint. This turned out so beautiful. I love copper for fall. I try to put it all over the house. It's just a warm, really beautiful metallic tone. So I thought it would also be cute to add onto the bottom of this vase, since there's a little step down and it kind of gets smaller at the bottom, some of this Dollar Tree rope. So I'm just gonna hot glue this on. I really like the way the bottom of this turned out, so I went ahead and mimicked this on the top since it had the same kind of look, and then that kind of gave the vase a little bit of balance. Alright, so definitely loving this update. That just seemed to finish it off. Then I'm going to add some of my old fall greenery into the vase. This is just all from Hobby Lobby. And then one more extra special little touch is going in here too. And now for that extra special little touch, I actually had never done the print then cut feature on my Cricut machine. I got so excited after I did it that I even put it on my Instagram. Having a geek out crafting moment. I just print then cut with my Cricut for the first time. I mean, come on! I printed this design and it prints out with that box around it, and then the machine knows where your design is and cuts it out perfectly. I don't know if I've ever tried that before. That was so easy too. So if you've ever been timid about trying new things, it's definitely worth trying, especially this, because it is so super easy. The Cricut Design Space will have some pre-made designs that you can pick from, and then you just put it and scale it to size on your canvas. You'll send it to your printer straight from your Cricut Design Space, print it out on some cardstock like I did here. It will actually add a square box around your image, and those are registration marks for your machine. So next, once your cardstock is printed, you will put that onto your Cricut mat, just like you would vinyl and HTV. Your machine will start to register where that box is, so it knows where to cut. It will cut it out as long as you make sure your setting is set to cardstock on your Cricut machine. It really was so quick and easy. And I have this cute little cardstock embellishment that I'm gonna put onto a dowel rod just with some tape and stick it down into my arrangement. I am absolutely loving the way that this vase turned out, and I love that I can reuse this and change out the florals for different holidays and seasons. I also love the addition of this cute little printout and pick that I inserted in there. It's kind of something different versus your traditional bow maybe, but you could use this idea and insert a birthday or a thank you card too. All right, so you guys have to let me know in the comments below if you love asparagus or not. I actually do. It is one of my absolute favorite vegetables. However, I don't think I wanted asparagus artwork on my wall. So I actually really liked the wood frame on this. So we're just gonna change this up a little bit using some black chalk paint to cover up that asparagus design and make it work more for fall. And now we're gonna add a vinyl decal onto the front of this and change the whole look. So I made sure to set my Cricut Explore Air 2 to the vinyl setting. That will set our blade depth for us automatically. And then I hit the Cricut Design Space. And you guys, this is a huge time saver. No designing needed. You pick a pre-made design like the one here, which I thought was so appropriate as we are moving out of summertime and into fall. I cut this out with my Cricut machine onto some white matte vinyl and weeded out all of the parts of the vinyl that I did not want on my sign. And then to the top of my vinyl design, I'm adding some transfer tape from Cricut. I'll make sure to link all the supplies that I'm using in this video down in the comments below. I absolutely love their transfer tape. It works so good. You just peel it off the paper backing and then place it onto your sign. Press it down with a squeegee, remove your transfer tape, and you have a very professional looking brand new design that went from asparagus to fall decor. So these were a little bit weird. I wasn't quite sure what they were, if they were canisters. Quickly found out they have little tea light holders on the top, so I grabbed one of each size. One was around $4, the other one around $3. I'm also adding in a third vase or cylinder that is from Dollar Tree that was pretty close to the same size. We're gonna make a set here. So I went into my Cricut Design Space and typed out Fall Sweet Fall with a script font, and I printed that out on some black vinyl this time, taking my time to weed out all the parts that I didn't want, and then added my transfer tape on top of that. Now this one, I'm actually gonna be cutting apart before I apply them. That way each one will go onto each one of those three vases. All right, so now that I have my decals onto the vases, these actually came with lids on them that you can put little tea light candles in, but I thought I would change these out a little bit and make them into pedestals. So I'm actually gonna flip these around and we're gonna put the small one with the big vase, and then we're gonna put the big one with the small vase, and that's gonna give us this cool tiered effect. Now to adhere my vases onto these little pedestals, I'm going to use this heavy duty double-sided tape, which I'll link down below too. You can find it on Amazon. I love this stuff because you can just stick it on and it's good to go. There's no dry time. There's no cure time. You just stick it on and then you peel off the orange. It's actually clear. And then you can go ahead and use it and it's ready to go. I also wanted to mention that I added some rocks to the bottom of these from Dollar Tree, but I think some corn kernels in the bottom would be super cute too. All right, so these turned out really, really cute, but I'm gonna take it one step farther because I also purchased this really cute knob board, which I'm assuming you could hang things off of, but the whole reason I purchased this was because of the knobs and because they are removable. And I wanna use these for another project coming up here next, so stay tuned for that. But once I take these off, I wanna make this into a nice little board to create a cute set for these new candle holders. Candles are definitely my very favorite part of fall, being able to bring out a bunch of those because it makes your home feel so warm, cozy, and welcoming. But my favorite fall scented candle is from Bath & Body Works. It is called Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow, and if you've never smelt it before, you are missing out. Definitely check that out, but let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite fall candle scent? I was so excited to find this enamel plate. It's metal, heavy duty, and it was pretty much a blank slate. So grabbed this for only $2.99. We're gonna turn it into a wall hanging, or it also makes a beautiful wreath for your front door. I'm gonna be using this sort of bronzy metallic vinyl that you can get from Cricut. I'll link this down below too. I loved it so much, I'm gonna use it in another project here coming up. But I found a design in Cricut Design Space that kind of looked like a wreath. I wanted something that was round that would go in the center of this plate, and this was a beautiful one with words and a design, so be great for, like I said, a wreath or even a wall hanging. So once I had my vinyl applied to the center of this plate, we're gonna add a wreath on top of this. So this is kind of a weird, different type of concept. This wreath is from Dollar Tree, and it's a 12-inch size. It fit perfectly around the edge of the plate. I also had a bow that I had already made that I wanted to add to the front of this. So we're gonna keep it really, really simple. This is kind of like a burlap ribbon, and I just made a simple tails down bow and tied it on with some jute. And then to apply it to the plate, I'm using that double-sided tape again. Again, I'll link that down below. This is great for indoors and outdoors, which is why I use this, so I can use it on my front door. You just stick it on, peel off the double-sided tape, and then you just press it down onto your plate. Super duper cute. You could use this concept with a charger. You can find those at Dollar Tree too. Kind of a small and different and kind of a farmhouse take on a wreath. And now to make a pumpkin. I feel like fall is not fall without a pumpkin. This one is a foam pumpkin from Dollar Tree. I removed the stem, it just twists off, but it's also attached with sort of like a toothpick. So I had to pull that out of the inside. We definitely don't want that. And even though this pumpkin is white, I'm giving it a coat of white chalk paint, so it has more of a chalk paint finish than styrofoam finish. And it's also gonna give us a base, which you'll see here in just a little bit why we need that base. And then I wanted to antique this. You could do an antiquing wax, but I'm just using some brown acrylic paint and a baby wipe to give this a faux antiqued look. I just ran the paint with the baby wipe all over the pumpkin, and then I came back in and added some darker shades of the brown paint into those little creases around the pumpkin to make it look more shadowed. All right, so now is when our little knob from the last project is gonna come in handy. I thought it'd be super cute to put on top of the pumpkin as the stem. So I'm kind of gonna create a small little hole for it to sit in, and then I'm gonna use some super glue to attach it. The problem with hot glue is it likes to eat and melt styrofoam. So you wanna use a glue that is compatible with styrofoam, and something that's definitely gonna be heavy duty and sturdy enough to hold up a knob like this. I also twisted some black thin wire around a paintbrush to make curly cues to kind of look like little vines from a pumpkin, and added that around the knob at the top. Gave it a cute little detail. And then last but not least, I wanted to also add some little fall leaves to this pumpkin. So again, I'm using that pretty bronze metallic vinyl and cut out some small little leaf shapes. Now I'm not having to use the transfer tape for this because it just all comes off in one little thing, and I can just pop those on there just like little stickers. I definitely love fall, and I would love to hear down in the comments what season is your favorite. If you love Christmas, I have you covered there. You can head over to my other channel, The Cozy Christmas Cottage, where you'll find all things Christmas. I'll link that down below. Also, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll have more fall DIY videos popping up on your screen that you can check out next. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.